Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Will's Wisdom and More. This is my channel that I created. My name is Will. I created this channel where I do weekly, daily, and soon to come monthly spiritual readings and insights through tarot cards and oracle cards. And I just want to take a quick moment to apologize, ladies and gentlemen, for not having any weekly readings or daily readings done this past week and a half. Things have been crazy for me. This is going to be the last reading for the weekly ones, as far as me being in this house goes, because I'm moving. And I just, had a lot of things going on. Life happens outside of YouTube, and life happens outside of the tarot cards as well. But I'm back, and this is going to be our weekly reading for the week of, starting the week of Monday, May 18th, all the way through Sunday, May 24th, 2015. And just a little side note real quick. Mercury did go retrograde, or will go retrograde as of tomorrow. So communication devices have been breaking up and stuff like that. Communication will go down, your computer will go down and whatnot. And that's the other thing, is I'd filmed a video last week and I just could not get it uploaded because my phone broke and just a lot of other stuff happened. So, but again, I'm back and I'm using the Anna K. Tarot deck, sponsored by Miss London Jador. And I'm also using the Angel Answers cards, oracle cards, made by Dorian Virtue and Redeline Valentine. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. So, starting off with Monday, we have the Ten of Swords. Alright, so let's take a look at the Ten of Swords. So, the Ten of Swords here, we see this person walking away. There's a cloudy background here, and this person looks like they got stabbed in the back, and they're walking away from the scene. But what I get from this card, and I've always thought this is a better definition, is the swords are mental thinking associated with the element of air. And the swords are basically saying they don't represent you got stabbed in the back, because that's more of the Three of Hearts, Three of Swords type energy. This is more of you have those lessons that you learned and that you're walking away from. Like, yeah, you're bleeding and you're, from the incidences, but you're recovering, and you're going to recover. So this person's walking away in the snow from these lessons. They're leaving this stuff behind. So it seems like you're leaving a negative thinking or negative pattern or negative thought or energy that you've been experiencing behind. You're trying to move on and move forward and recover from that. That's what I get starting off Monday, which makes a lot of sense with this Mercury retrograde going on. And so the next card that we have for Tuesday is we have the Hanged Man. Okay. So, the Hanged Man is the 12th card in the Major Arcana with this deck. And so the Hanged Man, here you see him hanging from a wooden post, and he looks kind of discontent. The Hanged Man, if you were can't talk, guys, sorry. Traditionally, the Hanged Man represents basically being in suspension, or a time of reconsideration, or being in pause. It means that there's something you're not sure about, so you're kind of caught in suspension. And so I kind of sense that for Tuesday. That makes sense. If there's some kind of things we've been going through, maybe you lost a job recently, or you walked away from a job or something, or you walked away from a relationship, or, you need to reconsider things. That's what the Hanged Man represents. Because, yes, there's clouds in the background with rain and stuff like that. So it's really saying that you are feeling like you're stuck, you're hung, you're in a rock between a hard place. You're kind of not sure. You're in suspension. And that makes sense. So that's what I got for Tuesday. Moving on to Wednesday's card. And for Wednesday's, okay, we have the Seven of Swords. So, this is very interesting because the Seven of Swords, again, mental thinking. You see this man here. He's kind of coming out of this window. He's got four of the swords in his bag. Some riches that he stole there. And one sword in the background is using to light his way, and the other two are in the bag with his riches. He's climbing down this ladder. And the Seven of Swords is kind of one of those cards I always found interesting, because more or less it's telling us to be more mentally tricky and more mentally slick about what direction we're going to go. So we need to be crafty behind the scenes as far as our thinking goes. And I think it's also representing things that you had to go back and get that you might have forgotten. Not literally, but mentally, so did you do this? Did you do that? That kind of thing. I mean, really, if you look here, like I said, this man's got these riches. He looks like he just robbed this house of some sort. So I think this is really telling us that, we really need to be more careful about the way we're thinking. Don't get caught up in the negative thoughts. Focus on our goals, or the things that we're trying to really work on as far as the Seven of Swords goes, okay? And that's Wednesday, the middle of the week. Moving on to Thursday's energy here. Thursday we have... This is interesting. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. And so the Pentacles represent earth signs and are associated with the element of earth. And the Queen of Pentacles to me has always represented the need of seeing the abundance that's around you and the ideas and the abundantful things that are happening around you. And you see here this woman, she's pregnant here, and she's looking at this tree just kind of thinking. And she's probably thinking about her baby and about the future and about what her name's going to be or his name's going to be. But for this is Pentacles represent practicality. So I sense that if you look here in the card, there's kind of an abundance going on around her with a bunch of pentacles and fruits and stuff in baskets. And so what I sense is that this is really telling us that by Thursday, on a practical level, we're going to be feeling like we need to contemplate and think about more ideas on how we can get more practical with our money, with our finances, and the material practical things that we've been working on. We got a lot of ideas that we want to have come out into the world, but we have to take a look around and make sure that we are abundantly prepared and ready to handle those blessings that will come forth. Okay, that's for Thursday. Now, for what I did for the weekend, guys, I did Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all together. But this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and break them down by a day as well. So, so moving on to Friday. For Friday's energies, we have the Three of Rods. And this is actually a really good card. I like it. Rods represent creativity, passion, desire, and they're associated with fire signs. And you see this man, he's looking at this path ahead of him. He's got two rods on one side and one on the other. And he's really at the top of this cliff and looking at the journey. He's looking forward, looking towards the rest of his journey that he's got ahead of him. And the Three of Rods traditionally represents more or less the need of moving on to better, bigger things, moving on from something. So this week, towards the end of this week into the weekend, there's going to be something that you really are moving on from or moving on to that is going to be better for you and your overall growth. I know for me personally, this weekend I'm supposed to be theoretically moving out of my house. So that makes sense for me with as far as moving goes. Anyways, that's for Friday. And for Saturday we have the Seven of Rods. That's interesting. Now, the Seven of Rods, don't be scared by this card. You see these two guys fighting here. And Seven of Rods traditionally represents that there might be a conflict or a fight going on of some sort or struggle of some sort. But if you look here, this is us right here. We're fighting against this person, which represents issues, thoughts, whatever we might be having. And so the Seven of Rods is always indicating that even though there's struggle, you have the upper hand. So while we might be moving on from something, on Saturday, if there's anything that comes up or any problems in general that we're still dealing with, we need to remember that we have the upper hand. We are going to be victorious in the end because we are going forward and fighting hard, which this man clearly is doing, with all the scratches on his back, fighting hard for what we want, what we want to create, what we believe in. And then for Sunday, we have the Seven of Cups. And I don't know why, but I felt like putting this in reverse. So the Seven of Cups, before I do the reverse part, upright, represents water, emotions, water signs. And here this man is kind of looking, he's hallucinating at these 7 cups and seeing this vase that's pouring this like electrical water into them for no reason. He's kind of tripping, if you will. But the Seven of Cups traditionally represents different options ahead of you, different choices you have to make, different situations, different paths and situations you could take. But in this deck, it means that this man's kind of hallucinating and not seeing, he's not paying attention to his problems or anything like that. He's just kind of looking and pretending to hallucinate. But since it was in reverse, this is saying that we are aware of our choices, that we've already made a choice, and that we are sticking to that choice, and that we are not being fooled by any illusions or any obstacles that get in our way, or feelings or thoughts. So that we can see reality for what it is. We can see what's really going on beneath the surface. That's what I get for the Seven of Cups for Sunday. All right, now we're going to take a look at our overall themes because I'm a little bit curious on what this overall reading is trying to say. So I picked 3 cards to give us the overall themes and messages we need to know. So we're going to go ahead and just do that real quick. So I'm going to put these over here. So the first theme that we need to overall know for this week is the moon. That's very good. The moon. Oh, the Chariot. Okay, and then, wow, and the Knight of Rods. Okay, so I can already tell you guys, based on this right here, the moon, for our overall thing, we need to make sure we're tapping into our intuition and our emotions. That's what the moon represents. It's a major arcana card. And so we need to really make sure we're tapping into our intuition and what our ultimate gut feeling is saying for the things that may happen this week, okay? And then also, the next major card we got was the Chariot, which is one of my favorites. And that's card number 7. And that's the point blank simple. It's the strengthening of your free will. You are on the right path, and you're on the strong path towards strengthening your will or strengthening your desires, and you are making the right choices. In other words, saying you're the master of the chariot. You are controlling how everything goes, and you know what things you want to happen. You can go left or right, up or down, sideways, but you're still on the right path, and you're still strengthening your free will and your freedom of choice and determination. And then here we have the Knight of Rods. And traditionally, again, Rods creativity. This is somebody who's charging forward. He's going forward despite the chaos that he's come through with the great crowds in there. But if you look, this is sunny in the background. So this is really saying that you're being creative and you're being strong and fiery and passionate, marching forward. Even though you're not sure which direction you're going forward with a creative sense of structure and trust. And that you need to remember that you are on the right path for this week and to pay attention to your intuition. Those are all the overall themes for the tarot deck. Now, here's our angel cards for what they have to say for this week, okay? So the first card is the situation will improve. That's a really good card. I like that. In the near future, that's really good. And wait. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what that's all about. We're going to take a look. Actually, for some reason, hold on, I'm feeling drawn. I think I got these all mixed up. So let's do this. I think it's supposed to be this one. Okay, there we go. So the first card, and I went by what the theme was telling me, but the first card we got was wait. And so waiting, let's take a look at the picture here. For waiting here, we see this angel, this big old angel with purple and gold wings. She's got this sword, which is funny because we have swords in our tarot deck, pointed upright towards the sky, and that's a great indication here. It's saying to wait. So I'm going to go ahead and read the definition, excuse me guys, sorry, of the word wait, of what it means. So bear with me here. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so for waiting, it says your situation is going to require a little patience. Your angels are not saying no, but they're not but they are saying not yet. Sometimes heaven needs a little extra time to make all the pieces fall perfectly into place. So, again, I would say that if there's something that you really want to happen right away, be patient and wait and tap into your intuition and trust and know that whatever happens, you'll be on the right path too. So we need to wait a little bit longer. And then the other card that we got was the situation will improve, and I like that. So, for the situation will improve, let's take a look at the card real quick. We have these dolphins in the background, which is beautiful, and this, I think it's a mermaid angel, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, some goldfish too, and she's kind of like heading up towards this light, I guess. And I'm thinking she's in the water with the fish. So, I think this is basically so that if you feel like you've been in the dark about things, that your situation will improve. We're going to go ahead and read the official definition so I can find out what the heck that means too. Because I'm a little curious what this means. Because, yeah, the situation will improve, huh? Alright, here we go. So for the situation will improve, it's saying, your angels want you to know that they are aware that things look difficult right now. However, the situation is going to improve. It may take some time, and there will most likely be some hard work ahead of you. But the effort you put forth will be worth it, and things are going to get better. Now is not the time to give up on wounded friendships or ailing relationships. There is still hope for the future. Take heart and continue to work toward a partnership where both parties are fulfilled and happy in the future. So, again, this is basically saying if there's some kind of struggle you're going through or something in this next week or right now, even as I'm filming this, know that your situation is going to get better. Don't give up on it. Don't think it's not right for you or think that God or somebody doesn't love you, because that's not true. Okay? And so the last card that we have is in the near future. And I'm very curious about what that one means. Let's take a look at the card too. So in the near future, we have these two angels that are kind of floating, I want to say in space. I think these are stars. I think it's a male and female. No, it's two females. And they're kind of holding these torches here. And it seems like they're kind of piercing through this darkness here and saying, hey, things are going to get better. So, excuse me. They're kind of lighting the light towards the future. Sorry, that other card kind of stuck with me on this one. But let's see what the official definition is, shall we? So, come on. So, in the near future, here we go. So, what you're asking about will occur very soon. So, don't worry. You won't have to wait much longer. Stay optimistic and continue upon your current path. Be open to receiving. Okay, so now I'm kind of getting what this message is all about. Overall, if you've been feeling stuck, and I know I have, if you've been feeling stagnant or stuck in a situation, not quite sure what to do, not quite sure where to go, not quite sure what's going to happen, you need to be patient, tap into your intuition, know that you're on the right track, think positive, and know that the situation is already improving itself, and it will in the near future, which means pretty darn close, that things are going to get better, and something's going to open up for you, an answer will come to you, a blessing, whatever things you're going through, something will help you out in the near future, and that to make you sure that the situation will improve. But you have to believe and trust that the situation is already improving, and make sure you fight hard for what you want, because again, like I said, based on the other cards that we got in the reading, we really are going forward. We really are, yeah, we might feel stuck and stagnant, whatever, but we really are seeing things for what they really are. And we're trying to see the brighter side of things. But we have to make sure, again, we're patiently waiting, knowing the situation is going to improve and very soon, and tapping into our freedom of will and our strength of creativity, intuition, okay? So that's all the cards. That's all the stuff I have for you guys today. God, this Mercury retrograde, I swear. Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm probably not gonna do dailies this week, so I'll probably just be back next week with another weekly reading. I will see what happens. Anyways, guys, I just want to say again, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being patient. I'm so sorry, guys. There's a lot that's been going on. And yeah, so namaste, guys. Blessed be. Have a wonderful week. Try to make the best you can this week. I really feel like this week's not going to be bad at all. I really feel like this week's going to be pretty cool and pretty good. We're just going to have to really work hard on fixing a lot of things and trusting and a lot of, practical mental thinking too, because we got a lot of swords in this. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.